The Rulers of Lagash. After the flood had swept over the lands and destroyed them, when mankind had been born anew and its seed preserved, and all the Sumerians had been restored, when Anu and Enlil invoked the name of mankind and established authority, but kingship and the sacred crown of the cities had not yet descended from heaven, and Ningirsu, son of Enlil, had not yet provided the surviving people with the tools of labor, the pickaxe, the shovel, the earth basket, and the plow that gives life to the earth. In those days, human life was changed. Its total lifespan was reduced to 200 years. 100 years were spent in carefree youth, and another 100 in the years that followed. Yet the people were unable to perform any labor. Their numbers dwindled, their strength faded, and the sheep died within their pens. In those days, water did not remain in Lagash, and there was famine in the city of Girsu. The canals had not been dug, and the dams and ditches had not been cleared. The wide fields were covered with silt. There was no water to irrigate the cultivated land, and the people relied only upon rain. Enki had not yet released the waters of life, so that the spotted barley might grow. The furrows had not been opened, and yielded no harvest. The high plain remained untouched and barren. Then Ningirsu, the mighty lord, turned his gaze upon his land. He saw the desolation of the fields and the suffering of the people, and he resolved to restore order. He marked out the paths of the waters and laid down great canals, directing the flow of the rivers toward the thirsty land. He cleared the silted riverbeds, strengthened the dams and banks, opened the ditches and filled them with water. He measured out the fields and distributed them among the people, established boundaries, and determined the measure of labor. He gave the people the pickaxe to dig the earth, the shovel to lift it, the basket to carry it, and the plow to break open the soil, the tools that signify life for the earth. He taught them to open furrows and care for the fields, to clear the canals and maintain order in the waters. Thus he established labor and made the land fit for cultivation. But although the land had been prepared, it still did not give forth life. Then he turned to Enki, Lord of the depths, who knows the secrets of the waters and the growth of all living things. Enki heard his words and directed the powers of the subterranean waters into the canals and fields. He filled the earth with life-giving moisture and awakened the seeds hidden within it. Then he turned his attention to the sprouting of the barley. Before Enki, who causes the seeds to grow, the people prostrated themselves, and he granted them growth. He commanded the barley to rise from the earth, and it sprang up thick and abundant. Before Enki, who gives life to the spotted barley, they bowed low, and the fields became filled with harvest. Thus Ningirsu established labor and order upon the earth, while Enki filled it with life. And the land, once empty, once again brought forth bread, and the people found sustenance. But in those days, order had not yet been fully established. Kingship was not firmly secured, and power passed from one ruler to another. People did not yet know writing, and their words were not preserved on tablets. Their deeds were forgotten, and memory of them faded away. Then among mankind the first rulers began to arise, shepherds of the land, to whom the gods entrusted the care of the earth. They took upon themselves the labor of Ningirsu and followed the designs of Enki. They directed the waters, strengthened the dams, and opened new fields. Each of them sought to bring order to the land and increase the harvest. They dug canals to guide water toward the fields. They cleared the silted riverbeds and restored broken dams. Under their hands, the land began to live again, yet order was still not enduring, and much had to be begun anew. In those times, the years of rulers were great, and time flowed differently than it does now. One lord succeeded another, and each left behind a canal or a field, yet their deeds were not written down, and their names were not preserved. At times the land again fell into desolation. The canals became clogged with silt, the waters receded, and the people once more relied upon rain. Then a new shepherd would rise over the land and once again take up the labor, digging canals, directing the waters, and restoring the fields. Thus, step by step, the land learned order, and the people learned labor. And although writing did not yet exist, and words were not fixed in signs, the deeds of the rulers were preserved within the land itself, in the canals, dams, and fields they left behind. In those days, writing had not yet been bestowed. Signs had not been sent down to mankind, and words were not fixed upon clay. Canals were not dug, dams were not cleared, and baskets of earth were not carried. The land remained unorganized, and labor had no order. In those days, the service of the gods had not yet been established. People did not know the rites and understood nothing of sacrifices. They offered purified gold, yet not that which was pleasing to the gods. Their gifts failed to reach their purpose, for the divine ordinances had not yet been revealed to them. Then the good shepherd Enki arose over the earth. He brought to mankind the divine decrees, the sacred ordinances, Meh. He granted them knowledge of labor and worship, taught them the proper sacrifices, and established order throughout the land. The first of the mighty men appointed by the gods was Akigalakuba. He directed the waters and dug great canals, and for a long time he governed the land, exercising authority for 2,760 years. The next ruler was Ninginjik Tukuam. He dug canals and ruled for 1,200 years. After him, Ningir Sukiak, son of Akigalakuba, took power and ruled for 1,320 years. The next was Enlil Kiak, son of Ningir Sukiak. He ruled for 1,800 years. The next was Urbau, son of Enlil Kiak, who ruled for 900 years. The following ruler was Agal, whose personal god became Igalim. He ruled for 660 years. Next came Kue, son of Agal. He ruled for 1,200 years. After him came Ama Alim, son of Kue. He ruled for 600 years. 13 lines containing the names of rulers and the length of their reigns are missing. They dug the canals. Ma, Pirich Ginjen, the Pirich at the mouth of the Lugal Canal, the Gana Hiliana Canal, and the Nanse Pada Canal. In order to care alone for the great cultivated lands, he dug irrigation canals and ruled for 2,220 years. Urnanshe, his son, built Esirara, the temple of happiness for her, and Nigin, her beloved city. He ruled for 1,080 years. Next ruled Anetum, son of Urnanshe, upon the land where the gods stood under the protection of the great Enlil. His personal god was Kul Utul, and he ruled for 690 years. After him ruled the son of Anetum. He governed for 360 years. Then after him ruled Entarzit, whose god was Mezandu. A descendant of ancient times, raised together with the city, he ruled for 990 years. The son of Entarzit dug the Urma Banda Canal and the Tapta Kugal Canal. His personal god was Mezandu, and his lord, Ningirsu, commanded him to build his temple. He ruled for 960 years. The next ruler was Enlilsu. He ruled for 600 years. Then the son of Enlilsu ruled, and his personal god was Ninazu. His reign lasted 660 years. The next ruler governed for 1,110 years. Puzur Ninlil ruled for several centuries. Enmezandu, son of Puzur Ninlil, ruled for 120 years. Dadu, son of Enmezandu, ruled for 160 years.
Tugur, son of Dadu, ruled for 160 years.
The next ruler governed for 120 years. After him ruled Puzur-Mama, the scribe of Ningi-Kuga. His personal god was Zazaru, and he ruled for several years. Next came Lamku-Nijgena, steward of Puzur-Mama, who built the wall of Girsu, his estate, and the palace Tirak in Lagash. He ruled for 280 years. Then ruled Henjal, son of Lamku-Nijgena. His personal god was Pabilsag, and he ruled for 140 years. The son of Henjal ruled after him for 144 years. The next ruler was Ur-Ninmarki, a scribe and scholar. His personal gods were Haya and Nisaba. He ruled for several years. Then Ur-Ningirsu, son of Ur-Ninmarki, ruled for 60 years. Urbau, the scribe of Ur-Ningirsu, who presided over the assembly of scribes, ruled for 30 years. Then ruled Gudea, the younger brother of Urbau, who was neither the son of his mother nor the son of his father. He ruled for several years. Written in the school. Glory to Nisaba.
Commentary. The rulers of Lagash are known from ancient Sumerian cuneiform inscriptions, found mainly at the site of ancient Girsu, modern Tello, in Iraq, which was the religious center of the state of Lagash. Excavated mainly by French archaeologist Ernest de Sarzec starting in 1877, texts were written around 2600 to 2300 BCE, over 4,300 years old. Found on clay tablets, statues, combs, and temple inscriptions.